Now to the tornado. The National Weather Service says winds topped 110 miles per hour. South Sound Bureau Chief Keith Eldridge is live in Frederick and Pierce County, where the twister damage was done. Keith?
It's been done, and now the work is ahead of them. They're trying to pick up the pieces right now. These are heavy pieces. These trees fell on a house here. Several houses got hit in the Frederickson area as this tornado pushed through with those 110-mile-per-hour winds. Now, this all came at the end of this big windstorm we had, but it went out with a bang.
So this is where I assume the tornado actually touched down, because it splintered that tree, and that tree fell right through the house.
Alan Hirsch and his son were inside the home at the time, just feet from where the tree landed.
I've heard it, it could have killed us if it would have fell in the right spot.
Fortunately, the home withstood the hit.
The only thing that's holding this thing up is this archway here.
These neighborhoods next to the Frederickson Boeing plant suffered a lot of damage from falling debris, with folks stunned to hear that the Weather Service is qualifying it as a tornado. The last time we had a tornado this size was in 2009, where it was captured on home video from Lake Tapps. It blasted through the Buckley Dairy Barn of Art and Shirley Kalin. Their son Kurt was in today's tornado.
Just a big boom. We could hear, when the roof finally had went.
He's plant manager of Northwest Door. The tornado tore 2 giant holes in the roof of the Frederickson production plant.
It looked like somebody threw a rock in a pond, like a ripple in the ceiling. And you could see it dragging through the ceiling, and then it tear down and water started pouring through.
Fortunately, no one was hurt.
So that's 2 times for you. 2 times, yeah. So 2's enough.
The National Weather Service believes winds reached 110 miles an hour, tipping railroad cars on their sides. But it only lasted for a brief amount of time, 5 minutes. A portion of Encon Corporation's production plant was no match for the tornado. This is where concrete portions of the Alaskan Way Viaduct Tunnel are being made.
I seen it come through the trees. It zigzagged a little bit. It took off the top of that building over there, and it sounded like a freight train coming through.
Yeah, that's what we hear all the time. Freight train is the usual description we get. You see the power line. Still power is out here at this home of Alan Hirsch. Now, he is insured. That's the good news. The bad news is he says he doesn't know if his house is salvageable. We're live in Frederickson. Keith Eldridge, KOMO 4 News.
Pretty amazing, Keith. Thank you. Businesses, residents, and schools throughout the South Sound are still cleaning up after the storms. KOMO 4's Mark Miller is live in Tacoma, where one school was especially hard hit. Mark?
I'm here at Visitation Catholic School, where you are looking at what is part of nearly $100,000 worth of water damage. You can see the humidifiers in this room are working. Look what they've pumped out just today, that much water, the kind that honestly these machines can't really fix. These storms have basically ruined nearly 2 years worth of fundraising and hard work. Broken floors, broken ceilings,
definitely
broken hearts.
It feels very discouraging to build something like that.
To build something just to have an early autumn rainstorm destroy it.
I think it's definitely a reminder, particularly to us as a faith community, of really who's in control.
A plugged drain on the roof caused rainwater to pool, then cascade down 3 floors, heavily damaging the school's brand new science, technology, engineering, and mathematics lab. And this is what plugged up the drain.
Very expensive tennis ball, yes.
Over in the Ording School District, a citywide power outage this morning forced the superintendent to cancel all classes for the day.
That there is no power, so we cannot educate the students.
No way to open the kitchen to prepare hot food, and there was no building heat for the district's 2,300 students.
And that's our job, is to keep kids warm and safe and fed in a good learning environment, and we were not able to do that today. So
you saw lots of this everywhere, sweeping up the remnants of trees and limbs that tumbled in the storm. One neighbor sent us this photo showing how a big one narrowly missed his car and several others.
It's amazing. Very little damage.
And while local rivers are certainly running higher and faster, it's not enough to cause any serious flooding this time, just enough to remind us of what's to come.
My grandparents are farmers, and what they're predicting and what I know from farming and all that, it's going to be one hell of a winter.
Well, here at the Catholic school, even with all the damage, they try not to use words like that, although the principal tells me it's been frustrating and sometimes you may think of it. Bottom line is there's one lucky break here. They did not have the computers nor the furniture in this lab, so at least they have preserved that cost, but they've got a lot of rebuilding to do. Live here in Tacoma, Mark Miller, KOMO 4 News.